Okay, hello Gemini. I was recording and then I had to turn the camera off for a second. So this is what I pulled for you so far. And I'm just going to finish the pulling of the cards. Okay, so Gemini, here's what we're looking at so far. So I'm just going to read the cards, try to keep any bias out of it that I can. And here we go. So from what I'm seeing in the physical, what you have to do, okay? There's a there's an emotional maturity here that is very important to be worked with at the moment. And so you have this emotional maturity that is maybe kind of hold yourself back a little bit. And you never want to hold yourself back because then you're not really being yourself. But this is more of like be a little bit more strategic with how you express yourself, because you want to be your true self. And so, in order to do that, you need to feel sympathy for yourself and be strong emotionally with yourself. Um, but sometimes, like, this might not be a good message. I don't know. I'm just gonna say this. Like, you put yourself out there, right? And you get hit with this like sense of somebody else has their own idea of how you should be, and then that ends up messing with your self-esteem, your self-confidence. So it's like they end up messing with your peace is what I'm saying. Like, you tell someone you're being empathetic with yourself, and then you tell someone your idea, and then that messes with your own inner peace because they might sort of shoot back at you, or they have their own idea of how things should be done, and so you might not meld with that very well, and then so that can cause a lot of struggle and conflict, basically. um, and so I emotionally here I can see that you do want to be yourself. You do want to be a more upgraded version of yourself, so to speak, like a more confident version, and to have a sense of um, control over your inner world. And so that's sort of what I mean a little bit is like, if you want control over your inner world, then you need to put a little bit of restraint on how you express your creative ideas. So like just don't be so open creatively to like fully express yourself just because you're working on your inner world right now, and so that can cause conflict. Because other people have their ideas. So just be like just be cautious, like political, I guess I should say. Like, don't be naive. Just sort of, this is what I'm seeing. So I'm not trying to like judge anything. But and then so in the mental, there is a lot of mental stress and a lot of mental anxiety. I think because you're trying to be yourself, and so in order to be yourself, more of yourself fully, you it requires this sense of like, well, what are the bad sides of me? What's my shadow look like? How am I a bad person? How do I affect things negatively in my own life? And so your this has to do with the mind as well. It's the knight of uh, the knight of wands, and so no, I'm sorry, the prince of wands. And so you're looking at like you're trying to bring your mind to a more positive place, more confident place. But then also there's this other part of you that is like looking at the negative side of it as well. So that's causing a lot of anxiety and stress. Now, the spiritual part where this comes in is you'll need a teacher to the teacher will be brought to you basically, where the teacher will teach you how to um, control your mind almost by giving you a sense of uh, interference in the mind. So it's like you're you're split right here with these two energies. It's like you're split with wanting to be confident but then also being anxious. And so the teacher comes to bring a sense of decision making, but also to like uh, to split you up even more in a way. But it's to help you decide what you want to do. So it's like the teacher will come and um, stop this cruelty and then bring you more to a place of like, is this what's good for me? Is this what I want? And so it'll be more of a confused state, but that state is better than being cruel to yourself. So it's like a step up in a way. And the teacher will help you get there. And so this is what what you need to do to work on, so to speak, is to create this new endeavor that you're working for, this new inner working, this like confidence that you have. It's to um, really put that out there. And like I said, you could put it out there, just be strategic about it. And I think the teacher will help you to understand that. And it'll be a slow process, but and the outcome is a new version of your imagination, a new version of yourself. And if everything goes to plan, this is just a part of your process. Basically, it's like a part of the process of becoming yourself and becoming the version of yourself that is consistent. So it just seems like it's a hard process, basically, because like you have to deal with anxiety and doubt. And so but other than that, the rest of these cards are very positive. It's just that there's like some uh, frustration, anxiety, and doubt. This is what I see. So I think that you can ultimately come out of this a better, more consistent version of yourself when you come to the conclusion that this is what I want, this is who I want to be, and then you slowly, passionately work on what you need to work on and what you know you need to work on slowly to then finally be like, here's what I want to do, and I don't care what anyone says or thinks. And then you can finally let loose and just balls to the wall, go for it, and then just be a more consistent version of yourself. So yeah, okay.